Portland is a great city to discover new local and small businesses. There's at least 1,700 of them, if not probably even more than that. Ever since I moved to Portland, I've discovered so many small businesses that are based in the Portland metro area, and I really wanted to share 20 awesome small businesses and some local shops that are based in Portland, Oregon that I want you to know about and support. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name's Ilana. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I post content about life in Portland. So if you live in Portland or maybe you're thinking about moving or visiting, go ahead and subscribe down below. I think you'll really like it here. So let's talk about some awesome small businesses that you can find in Portland. Keep in mind, all of these small businesses that I'm mentioning, all of the links and websites will be in the description down below, so you can check them out. First small business that specializes in art is Amy WIKE Illustrations. I first discovered about Amy WIKE when I went to the Portland Holiday Bazaar in 2021, and I purchased 2 watercolor paintings by her. One of them is the Cascades in the Pacific Northwest with some in Northern California, and I really like that. I think the Cascades are absolutely beautiful. And then the other piece that I got in frame about some of the unique things that you find in Portland or what Portland is known for. Basically, all of her work is watercolor illustrations. She does have a storefront online that you can go to, and she even does custom paintings as well, so I think that's really cool. So that's one you should check out. The other business that specializes in art is Arlene Hirsch. So Arlene Hirsch is a Jewish artist, and she works with the Northwest ORA Jewish artists in the area. I discovered her at this little Hanukkah pop-up that I went to last month, and I purchased 2 of her smaller watercolor Hanukkah pieces when I was decorating my apartment for Hanukkah. I got this really cute dreidel drawing, and then I got another watercolored painted menorah that says Hanukkah. That was something that I really liked. I really wanted to support Jewish artists in the area. The Northwest Jewish Artists does hold events throughout the year. They will be updating their schedule soon, but you can at least check out their website. Arlene doesn't have like her own website, but I will link her business email here, so if you wanted to contact her and find out more about her art, you can do so. Let's talk about jewelry. There is this one business that I recently discovered from a friend of mine. It's called High Society Collection. They specialize in cannabis designed jewelry. They even make some really beautiful pieces that you can even hold your fun stick. I don't want to say the word because I'm afraid of getting demonetized. I got my friend one of their necklaces. It's really beautiful. She absolutely loved it. She cried when she opened it up, and she's a big Shmerijuana fan, so I thought that was going to be a very appropriate gift for her, and she told me she's been recently wearing more jewelry, so I thought it was the perfect thing for her. They are a really cool company, and even though I personally wouldn't find any use for their products, they do make some really beautiful pieces. So if you're into Shmerijuana, then you'll probably really like High Society Collection just because they have a really unique product that they offer, and everything is handmade. The next jewelry business that I wanted to mention is also something that I discovered last month is Bossa Nova Dreams. So Bossa Nova Dreams is all handmade jewelry. If you see them at fairs or markets, they do sell some crystals. I actually did get a beautiful like banded purple fluorite tower from them at a pretty decent price, but basically it's crystal infused jewelry, which I love. You know me, I love crystal, so clearly I had to talk about it. But they do have an Etsy shop if you want to purchase the jewelry online. Otherwise, you'll probably find them as a vendor for like different fairs and markets within the Portland metro area, so keep your eye out for that, or you can go to their Etsy shop. Let's talk about drinks. These are basically going to be alcohol-based. I do think these can also make great gifts. One of the first small businesses that I want to discuss is STRAIGHTAWAY Cocktails. I made a live stream of this company actually over the summer where I was trying all of their samplers that my friend gave to me, which was so kind of him. It is a distillery based here in Portland. They do have a tasting room in the Hawthorne district, and they even have a retail store in Tigard if you're interested in going in person. And of course they have a website. I tried a couple of their flavors and I still have one or two left over that I just haven't gone around to drinking yet. They are super strong. Definitely don't drink too much of them at a time. My favorite was their Cosmopolitan. It was so yummy. Definitely recommend their gift sets, like the samplers, because it really makes a great gift for somebody. The next alcohol-based small business that I want to talk about is Hip Chicks Do Wine Winery. So this is a lesbian-owned winery based in Southeast Portland, and I actually found out about them during Portland Pride over the summer, and I love their wine. I was able to try a couple of their blends that they offered, and I ended up purchasing their Red Bunny Rouge, which is a blend of different kinds of red wines, and it has a bit of a spicy flavor to it. So if you're not really into like spicy flavored wine, they offer a different variety of wine. Their tasting room is in Southeast Portland. While you don't need to have a reservation, it is recommended. Feel free to go visit them. They do have that available, and you can also purchase their wines online. The last alcohol small business that I wanted to mention is Wild Roots Spirits. Wild Roots is well known for their fruity flavored vodkas and even their gins. I've had their cranberry infused vodka and their raspberry infused vodka, and I can tell you that these mix very well with fruit juices. They come in a lot of different flavors. I know the gin only comes in 3 flavors, and you also can get regular flavored vodka and gin if you're not into fruity flavored vodkas or gins. And they also offer sparkling vodka sodas, which are basically flavored. They are really big here in Portland. You can buy them at a couple of stores actually, which is really cool. And they also have booths at farmers markets like the Portland State one. I think that's actually where I first learned about Wild Roots. Highly recommend you check them out. Go visit them at a farmers market or see if you can find them in stores. And if you do want to visit them in person, they do have a tasting room that you can go check out in Central East Side, right across the river from downtown. That's another option where you can get and try their products. This is about like food/edible based products. So I only have 2 that I wanted to mention. The first one is Buddha chocolate. I discovered Buddha chocolate at the Portland State Farmers Market. And Buddha chocolate is vegan, it is all organic, it's soy free, and all of their cacao is directly sourced from Peru. And they're really well known for their drinking chocolate. That's different than hot chocolate. Basically, it's like a liquid chocolate that you can drink. It's definitely different. I had never tried drinking chocolate before until I discovered Buddha chocolate. But of course they sell their regular chocolate bars. I'm a big fan of their pure dark chocolate bar, which I think is like 85% cacao, which I really like. So if you're at a farmer's market, you can check them out there. And they also have a website where you can purchase their products. The other food-based business that I wanted to mention, which I've also discovered at the Portland State Farmers Market, is Hot Mama Salsa. So this is a Latina-owned business, and they are very well known for their salsas, hot sauces, and chili oils. I actually have one of their hot sauces. So I got like a limited edition one specifically at the farmers market, so you can't find this one online. It's like an Italian pepper-based hot sauce. It's really creamy, a little goes a long way, and it is kind of spicy, but that creaminess makes it so yummy. I'm a big fan of creamy hot sauce. All of their recipes are basically Mexican influenced, and you can find some of their products in stores, and of course you can find them at farmers markets. If you do go to a farmer's market, they even sell their corn tortilla chips. They are super yummy, so be sure to pick up a combo of their salsas and chips so you can have a delicious, yummy snack. Of course, I had to talk about some metaphysical small businesses. It just wouldn't be an Ilana Pinsky video without one, now would it? The first one that I wanted to mention does have a storefront, and it's called SEAGRAPE Apothecary. I have talked about SEAGRAPE Apothecary in my Portland Metaphysical Shop video. I have it linked right up here for you to watch. SEAGRAPE Apothecary is all about like self-care, pleasure. It's a super sex positive business. You can find a lot of products related to sexuality, which I think is really awesome and really empowering. They have a lot of great books that are based off like self-care. They have journals. They have a lot of books on like spirituality, tarot. They sell a lot of tarot and oracle cards as well. And they have a lot of great bath products. I actually picked up some of their bath products. I got some bath bombs there. I even have this Bubble Bear bubble bath that's lavender scented that I've used before. And I've even gotten this tincture, which I don't think is on their website. I got it in store, and it's like this sex magic tincture to like boost sexuality, and I'll just take a couple of drops and put it under my tongue. It does give a big kick. It's an alcoholic based tincture, so obviously I just do a couple of drops because it's very, very strong, but it is perfectly fine to consume. Oh, and this store is also Jewish and immigrant owned. They are based in Northeast Portland, not too far from the Alberta Arts District, so definitely check them out during the week. And the other small business that I wanted to talk about, which was in serious danger of closing, but thankfully they were able to work a deal to renew their lease, and that is New Renaissance Bookshop. Y'all, I would have been devastated if this place closed because it is my favorite spiritual store in Portland. They do have a website and an online store because this store has tons and tons of books. Books on spiritual stuff, journals, how to know tarot, spells, but there's also a lot of books on religion and different other spiritual practices. There's so many books that they have. They do have crystals. I really like going here for their incense. They sell all different types of incense. I also like getting dragon's blood or garden sage. I believe they winded down the sales of white sage because they realized all of the culture appropriation that was going on with them. So they definitely aren't carrying that anymore, which I think is really great. And I even had to stop using sage myself. This is an awesome store. Definitely check them out if you're in the Alphabet District. That's where you can find them. So I have one pet-related small business that I wanted to share, and that is called The Spoiled Cat. Sorry, dog owners, this one is for the cat people. I'm sorry, I don't have a dog, I have a cat. Their products are pretty much catnip-infused toys. So one of their most popular products is the Catnip Love Muffin. I got one of them a year ago for Elsa for her birthday, and she absolutely loved it. She's always playing with it and going crazy with it, and it's relatively inexpensive. So you can find the Spoiled Cat at the Portland Saturday Market. They won't be back until March because it is closed during the winter, specifically January and February. Once they're back in season in March, you can go check them out, but they also do have an online store that you can purchase from, so you don't have to wait to buy cool catnip-infused toys for your kitty. I am a big candle gal. So one candle small business that you can purchase from is GRACILEO hand-carved candles. This is Ukrainian owned. The owner is so sweet. I've met her twice and she is such a delight. You can find them at the Portland Saturday Market. That's where I purchased my candle. I got the Helga candle. I haven't lit it yet. I'm kind of scared to lit it because I just feel like it's too pretty to light. But their candles are really awesome. I've never seen candles like this before until I discovered this business, and I knew that it was something special and really cool, so I had to buy one of their candles. There is an online store where you can purchase candles if you don't want to wait until the Portland Saturday Market opens back up. The other candle business that I wanted to mention is Roman Ruby Botanicals. They don't just sell candles, they do sell soaps and oils. I got one of their candles at a Portland holiday market last month, and I got the Oregon Coast scented candle. It smelled amazing. I loved their candles. I thought that they were reasonably priced, and the burn time on a smaller candle was pretty good. All of their candles are handmade and soy based, so keep that in mind if you have soy allergies. They do have other products besides candles if you are are interested. So check them out. So now for my favorite section, which is the home decor section. I have a couple businesses that I wanted to share because I love home decor. The first business that I wanted to talk about is EcoVibe. I've mentioned EcoVibe in my Alberta Arts video. They have 2 locations in Portland. One of them is in the Alberta Arts District, which I have taken you into before. But if you need a refresher on what that store was like, it is Black owned. This is gonna be like a great store for your plant needs. They have kitchenware. They offer a lot of great planters for your plants. They offer macrame-based products. They have candles. A lot of their products have a very boho themed aesthetic to it. If you're really into the boho aesthetic, then you're gonna love EcoVibe. I'm obsessed with EcoVibe. I haven't bought any of their plants there, but I do have a potter plant that has the moon phases on it that I put a fake plant into in my bathroom, and I think it's a beautiful pot. And then I've gotten one of their diffuser oil sticks before, and I've even gotten a book from there. They have lots of great things at EcoVibe. You gotta check them out. Oh God, I'm obsessed with EcoVibe. The next business that I wanted to talk about in terms of home decor is Sarah and Harrell. This is an AAPI and women-owned business. I discovered them at the Portland Holiday Bazaar last year, and I got one of their planter pots so I could put my cactus in there. The cactus that you see in the B-roll is not the cactus that I got. That one died. And of course this one is still dying, and we're gonna actually talk about that cactus and where I got it from in the next business. But they sell a lot of pottery, catch-all trays, and a couple of other handmade goods that you can buy for your home. They do have an online store, and you can catch them at different markets in Portland throughout the year. So speaking of cacti, the next place that I wanted to talk about is NW Cactus and Succulents. So this is actually based out of Beaverton, which is close enough to Portland. You can find them at the Portland State Farmers Market. That's where I first learned about it. So the cactus that I showed you in the last clip is the cactus that I currently have from them, and she is crying for help. I suck at taking care of plants. I'm not very good at it. I think it's rotting, so I need to either replace it or figure out how to revive it. It was a beautiful plant, and I just wish I was better at taking care of plants. And the last place that I wanted to talk about in terms of home decor is this small store called Bud and Finn. So Bud and Finn specializes in like Pacific Northwest themed home goods. They are located in the Alphabet District. I was very overwhelmed when I went in the store because I just basically wanted everything. But I remember I left that store with a wine glass that says Rose City on it, because that's what Portland's nickname is Rose City. And it's just a very beautiful wine glass that I can enjoy and even drink my hip chicks wine out of it. So definitely check out their storefront if you're interested in it. On to the last category, fashion. So I have 2 places that I wanted to talk about. I've talked about this company / brand on my channel before, and that is Portland Gear. So it is owned by a Portland native who's around my age, and he has a storefront in Goose Hollow, and I think there's also a small kiosk at Washington Square Mall in Tigard. But I got 2 shirts from here. So this is the first one. It's light blue. It says Portland, Oregon on it with this cool like 90s themed design. And then this next shirt is a white tank, which is pretty much Pride theme, and it has their branded P, which stands for Portland Gear. That's their logo. And I got those 2 on sale, so definitely check their storefront out because they'll have buckets of discounted shirts from previous seasons that go on sale. They have a lot of great products, and everything is basically Portland-based accessories, hi Elsa, and clothes, which I think is really cool. They are growing pretty quickly, so I think soon they may not even be a small business anymore because they've done so well on social media. That's how I actually heard about them, was through TikTok. So I think it's gonna come to a time where technically they're not gonna necessarily be considered a small business. I'm glad to see that they're growing so well, and I did want to include them because I still feel like there's plenty of people out there that don't know about this brand that need to know about Portland Gear, so check them out. And then the final business that I want to talk about is ZAHARA Boutique. So this is a store in the Southeast Division area, and it is women-owned. They get a lot of their clothes from small-owned businesses in Thailand. This is more of like a small boutique shop. However, they do have their own in-house brand, and the reason I included them is because they do offer some of their own personal clothes. I actually have a really nice orange shirt from here by the brand Two Hearts, and it's really comfortable. Typically, burnt orange isn't really my color, but I tried it on and I liked it, so I bought it. Definitely check them out in Southeast Division, or you can check them out online. I know I did not mention every single small business. I mean, I just physically wouldn't be able to do that. So please don't get mad at me if I didn't mention your favorite small business based in Portland, or if you're a small business owner in Portland, please don't be mad at me if I didn't mention you. In fact, comment down below if you have a small business based out of Portland. What are you selling? Put your links down there. I'd love to check you out. I'm sure other people would love to check you out. And if you liked this video and you thought it was insightful, do make sure you give it a thumbs up. And with that, I'll see you in my next video.